Great.
Wicked.
Sorted.
Someone else was watching my film, and I was just looking at their face in this absolute dread, thinking, what are they thinking? I'm in the 5th month of successfully running a company, a video production company with my partner Ben. I've done a lot of different, very exciting things, but I think the main highlight was accepting a job for a videographer in Armenia. I was a videographer for an international school with 200 students from over 70 countries. I only had, a DSLR camera with 2 different lenses, no fancy gimbals as we do in Screenology, nothing fancy really, very basic kit. Managing the resources that I had was a big part of that experience as well, in terms of, just kind of experimenting. And then again, lessons I've learned from Screenology, how it doesn't matter what you shoot on, it matters what emotion you can provoke in people, you can evoke in people. That's what matters the most, I think. I think a lot of the joy that I get from filmmaking is definitely about learning with the people I'm with. So my company specializes in going for events and experiencing them all together with participants. I take a lot of joy in doing things for the first time, filming them for the first time. It was also a massive journey for me as a filmmaker from my first year at Screenology to develop this feeling of a client is sitting next to me, watching a film with me, and I'm not shitting myself. This was such a massive thing for me in my first year when someone else was watching my film, and I was just looking at their face in this absolute dread, thinking, what are they thinking? All of a sudden, I'm there in Armenia with my client, and when she saw my first edit, she gave me a hug. She was like, you managed to capture everything that goes on here so perfectly. Life usually has a plan, and even when you don't have a long-term plan, things do work out. If you ask me 3 months before graduation from Screenology, what am I gonna do? I was like, no idea. And then all of a sudden, a job pops up. All of a sudden, I'm going to Armenia for 8 months. So I think best things in life come unplanned, definitely. I'm a millennial traveling filmmaker, so I don't expect to have a house by the time I'm 30. I don't expect to own that. I don't expect this will be the case. Getting rid of that expectation that something amazing must happen by the time I'm however old or whatever, really is liberating. So my next steps definitely would be to develop on the production company I've started when I was in Armenia. Whether you're 20, 30 or 50, most people don't know what they're doing with their business. Most people who have businesses differ from other people with their one trade, and it is that they decided to do it anyways and figure it out on the way. I think this world is divided into people who have the guts to do things and the people who, instead of having guts, just overthink things. So as long as you're in the first group, you're fine. Worst case, you open it and you close it. That's fine. And you shut it down, your business, if it doesn't work out, but you're not losing anything. And it's like making a film. Worst case, you make a bad film and you learn from it, And that's fine. We all have had a bad film. Just have the guts to do what you want to do, and you'll go far with that. If you're into filmmaking, if you're into great stuff, great people like myself and the others, go on, subscribe, and stay up to date with what's going on at Screenology. Thank you. I was a bit panicked.
Thank you.